ThunderClan's darkest hour is upon them, as Tiger Star's quest for power plunges the forest into terrible danger. In order to save his friends, Fireheart must uncover the meaning of an ominous proclamation from StarClan. 4 will become 2, Lion and Tiger will meet in battle, and blood will rule the forest. The time has come for prophecies to unfold and for heroes to rise. Hi, I'm Nova.
And I'm Rachel,
Welcome to Novel Nostalgia.
where we talk about the books that make us nostalgic. What a morning.
Neither of us can speak at this podcast. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's alright.
That's why I couldn't be an English teacher. Because you have to read out loud and stuff.
That's why you make the kids read out loud.
That's the life hack. It's right there.
That's why you always had to read in English class. The teacher's like, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, no, I already went through that embarrassing phase.
Right? It's their turn now.
Someone else's problem.
Exactly. I realized during editing that you can have excellent ASMR of me.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, nice. I was like, what is that noise? The first time I came across it, I'm like, oh, it's notebook paper.
Yeah, I always try and mute me, accidentally hitting my microphone, accidentally, breathing into the microphone.
I was just like, I was talking and I could hear this moving in the background. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's the pages.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent ASMR. Watch, because I said that, it didn't pick it up, so you all didn't hear the excellent.
It definitely did.
Okay.
I heard it, so we're good.
I was like, the one time I'm like, listen to this excellent paper ASMR, and it's like, no.
It's like, sorry, but no.
Exactly. That would be the way it goes. So, why is one single word wet? Weird. Okay. And it wasn't from my drink today. So I don't know what happened there. Is it the other page wet? No, it's literally just that word. Excellent. So it starts out in our prologue with Tiger Star going to meet Scourge, who's a leader of a bunch of cats in Two Leg Place. And he's tiny. Scourge is tiny. But is like that saying tiny but mighty.
Mm-hmm.
Scourge. So I forgot the ending of the last one. Hold on.
I know Scorch has his own spin-off series.
Yeah, he's got a manga edition, I think.
Yeah. I think.
Which I think I've read that one. No, that one might not be a one I've read. I don't remember. I've read a lot of them, but I don't remember which ones.
Fair.
Alright, so the last one, Blue Star died, and Mistyfoot and Stonefur helped. Fireheart and Greystripe take her back to camp. So Fireheart goes and checks out the camp because obviously the dogs had been there to make sure nobody's still around. Make sure everything's all good. While Greystripe goes back to get the clan. Mistyfoot and Stonefur take time to say goodbye to Blue Star. And the clan shows up as they're doing so. And the clan's like, what are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
You're River Clan. What are you doing? Get out.
Yeah.
And so Fireheart is like, well, you see, that's their mom. Blue's their head kids. So they're just saying goodbye. And so they kind of say goodbye and they leave. And then Darkstripe challenges Fireheart's leadership. He's like,
Dick.
Yeah, right? He's basically like, why would we follow you kind of thing. Like, you're not my leader. But the rest of the clan is like, bro, this is how it goes.
I mean, at this point, though, you gotta also think about the fact that, like, Fireheart is like, imagine like a 16-year-old becoming leader.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely like young adult-ish now. He'd be like early 20s probably.
Yeah. But it's very like
Yeah.
every YA book ever where they're like, oh, let's just let,
Yeah.
the 16-year-old girl who used to be like reading books all the time, she can lead our army. That seems fine.
Right? She has no
Same energy.
military experience ever, but she knows exactly how to lead an entire militia into
Mm-hmm.
battle.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I think what helped Fireheart in this point is that he basically was running the clan the last like 2 books.
Yeah.
Because Blue Star was just out of it. That if he hadn't had to do that, I think it would definitely have been a different conversation. And
Yeah.
probably the cats would have been like, bro, you're kind of young. What are you doing?
Yeah,
But
I think he's gonna do fine. He'll be fine.
yeah, because he already kind of had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be fine. So they all say goodbye to Blue Star, and Fireheart is like, I'll keep vigil with her overnight because like that's what they do. Some of them sit awake
Mm-hmm.
all night or something with them. And he ends up falling asleep, which you're not supposed to do. But Cinderpelt is the only one that noticed, and she's like, I don't think any like Star Clan's gonna be mad because you literally just, fought off dogs.
Yeah.
There's no like you get a
It's
pass.
fine.
It's not like
Yeah.
you were lazing around all day and she died and then you just fell asleep. Like,
Yeah.
you busted ass today.
It's only fair that you're struggling to keep awake right now.
Exactly, yeah. She was like, it's fine, like I won't tell anybody, you're all good.
Mm-hmm.
Star Clan's not gonna be mad. Like, you're
It's
fine.
whatever.
So she's like, it's time to go to the Moonstone to get your lives.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay. So they start heading and they meet a Wind Clan patrol and they're kind of like, puff up the chest kind of thing. And Cinderpelt's like, Blue Star's dead. And immediately they're all like, oh. All like
Yeah.
sad, draggy, like, oh, so sorry to hear of her passing. She was great. Wish you the best kind of thing. Then they continue on and they get safely to the Moonstone. So Fireheart goes in and he does the ritual and he gets his 9 lives.
Mm-hmm.
His first life he gets from Lionheart, which is for courage, for defense of the clan. His second one is Redtail, for justice to judge the actions of others. And Redtail thanks him for revealing the truth about his death.
Oh.
I know, I was like, the first time I read that, I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, it's too sweet.
They didn't even know each other, but like, he's like, thank you. You're the only one that, like, did anything about it.
Good baby.
So his third one is Silverstream, for loyalty to what you know to be right.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to ask for a message for Greystripe, and she kind of just walks away.
Like, wouldn't she want to like give a message to her kids? I don't know.
Well,
Or Greystripe or something.
Fireheart asked about that, but he's not allowed to talk about this to anyone but Cinderpelt. So Silverstream could give him a message, but he can't relay it. So he asks for one, and she kind of just is like, I can't even give you one, like, if you wanted one. So he's just kind of like, it takes him a minute, and then he's like, oh yeah, I can't talk about this anyway.
I have a hard time because of your fears. I can't tell you things, Nova.
Yeah.
So, but I've been having an experience.
Some big spiders or something. Fun.
Like, multiple a week, pretty much, at this point.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah, there was one yesterday, and I lost it before committing the final act of death, so now I'm terrified.
Oh no. How
Yeah.
big about?
I could tell you what kind if you want.
Don't tell me the kind, just like
Is it gonna bother you if I tell you how big it is?
if you just like show me like be like big, I'll be fine, but like don't tell me like what kind. Oh god, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I would be sleeping in a hotel.
Yeah. It's because we're like in a wooded area here,
Yeah.
and they're like natural to here. I'm having a terrible time because my understanding is that they're poisonous to pets.
Mhm.
Like not terribly so, but like if she eats one, we'd have to take her to the vet. So I've just been
Yeah.
like really stressed out. So like
Yeah, that's
anytime she
fair.
makes a sound, I'm like, what? Where is it?
Yeah.
Show it to me. Like I sprayed it though, so I think it's dead. But it's just crawled somewhere and
Probably.
died.
Yeah.
Well, I know where it is, but I don't want to tell you where it is.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I can do like if you don't give like super details, but like if you like you know like
Yeah.
it's
I
this.
still I don't know how to like how far I could go, and I'm trying not to tell you anything, but it's been hard because usually like when something like that happens, I want to like tell you first, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, like with the snake, I was like immediately, I was like Nova, but it's
You could
like,
be like, bro, I saw this bad creature, and it was like this big. Just
yeah,
like don't give like
any specifics,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I wanted to go to
okay,
Australia until I learned of the creatures that live there,
yeah,
and that people keep they call it toilet spiders of the huntsmans that are like this big, and let them
mm-hmm,
live in the house to kill everything. And I'm like,
mm-mm.
Australia's a no. I'm never going there.
Yeah, nope,
I'm like, okay, that's right off the bucket list. Goodbye.
yeah, like I have never had to deal with said creatures this much. Like I had never seen one of these spiders in real life
Mhm.
before moving here, and I'm like, I'm over it. I'm done.
Yep, that's
I
why I like
know.
here.
Yeah, this is why I'm a city girl. Apparently,
I mean, even in the freaking woods up here,
yeah.
literally the biggest one I've seen was on this building above our
Mm,
kitchen window. I wouldn't go there for like, and then my dad came and I was like, "Can you kill it?" I'm like, "It's literally this big." Like, I'm not
yeah,
even kidding. I'm like, I don't even know what kind it is.
yeah.
And dad walked over and he goes, "Where is it?" I'm like, "It's right there." And he goes, "No, it's not." So I walked over. I'm like, "It's gone. Haven't seen it since." So I'm like, I'm
Ugh.
hoping it just maybe someone saw it and got maintenance to kill it. I didn't
Fingers
know
crossed.
because that it was
Fingers
big.
crossed. So we have spider spray, so we can just kind of,
Yeah,
which is
yeah. The
nice.
biggest like I've seen besides that has been like
Yeah. See, I could deal with that.
so. Life 4 is from
Mhm.
Running Wind, with tireless energy to carry out duties of a leader.
Good name, good power. Sounds good.
Right? 5 is Brindleface, with protection to care for the clan as a mother cares for her kids.
Aw.
6 is Swiftpaw,
Mm-hmm.
with mentoring to train the young cats of the clan.
Aw.
Life 7 is from Yellowfang, with compassion for the elders, the sick, and those weaker than yourself. Which our boy already has a lot of that.
Yep.
So it's just like stacking it on top.
Yeah,
8,
become an even better person.
yeah, right? Like, here you go. You already care for everybody, regardless of who they are. We're going to make you care even more.
Mm-hmm.
8 is Spotted Leaf, with love for all the cats in your care, especially Sandstorm.
Aw.
Right?
That's cute.
9 is Blue Star, with nobility, certainty, and faith to lead the clan in the ways of Star Clan and the Warrior Code. So
Good
Fire,
full circle moment.
right? I love that. I love it. So cute. And so
Yeah.
Firestar receives his name.
Mm-hmm.
He's now Firestar. And then
Woo!
there's like a shriek and a pile of bones is suddenly like in the clearing where they are, and blood is like oozing from them. Especially what you want to see on that.
Yeah.
And he gets told 4 will become 2. Lion and tiger will meet in battle, and blood will rule the forest. And so he wakes up, and Cinderpelt immediately is like, okay, what? Something went wrong. What's going on? And they like run out of Mother Mouth, and he's not ready to talk about it. So she's like, well, when you're ready, I'm here. So they go and stop at Barley and Ravenpaw's to sleep and eat on the way home. See our buddies.
I just imagine that you're just like taking a like little quick stop at your like gay uncle's house whenever the two of them are mentioned.
Right?
Like in my head, they're a couple. I don't think that's true. However, that's how I'm imagining them.
I mean, could see it. So
Yeah.
Ravenpaw says he will stand by ThunderClan against Tiger Star, and Firestar allows Ravenpaw access to ThunderClan.
Cute.
I think Ravenpaw does say he's going to come say bye to Blue Star at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And Firestar's like, yeah, totally cool. Come whenever.
Yeah, feel free.
So the clan welcomes Firestar back. Greystripe tells him it's okay to not choose him as the deputy because he still needs to prove his loyalty again.
Oh.
Because he obviously just got back. And so Firestar decides on Whitestorm because, Whitestorm helped him do all the deputy duties. And Whitestorm is full on shocked that he was named deputy. Boy, so humble out here. He was like senior warrior, best for the job, and he's still like, me? What do you mean, me?
Me? Whomst?
So Bramblepaw follows Firestar to the Two-Leg place, where Firestar tells him about the visits with his sister. And Bramblepaw's kind of just like taking it all in. And then Firestar. I don't know what I'm saying, it's fine. Firestar watches Bramblepaw play in snow as it's starting to snow. He's like bouncing around, like batting at the snowflakes. And Firestar is just like happily watching.
Yeah, it's cute.
So they get back, and Sorrel Kit has eaten death berries.
How?
Greystripe is saying he swears he saw Darkstripe feed them to her.
Oh my god.
And Darkstripe's like, I literally didn't. He's like, I came upon her eating the berries, and I was trying to get them out of her mouth. And Greystripe's like, no, I swear. And so Firestar's like, feeling pretty like something Darkstripe would do, but he's like, it's the two of them going against each other, word for word. He's like, there's no other proof. So he's like, I'm not going to pass judgment until she wakes up.
Yeah.
Because they did manage to, like, get it out of her. So Brackenfur blames himself for Sorrel Kit. I can't remember exactly why. I think because he was watching them. I don't remember. He takes the blame for like everything. He's like just nervous boy all the time.
An anxious mess.
Like, I did it, I'm sorry. It's like, no, you didn't. So Firestar asked him to guard Darkstripe. Like kind of just like until was it Brackenfur that got assigned to watch Darkstripe? At one point, Firestar assigns, I think, Brackenfur to just kind of keep an eye on Darkstripe, so maybe that's why. Yeah, I think that's why he blames himself. So Firestar asks him to guard Darkstripe until Sorrel Kit wakes up. Because he's like, until anything happens, I want him to be guarded, doesn't leave.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. And Brackenford's like, yep, I got it. So Firestar then goes and talks to the apprentices about being warriors. And he kind of takes them out, I think. Thornpaw takes Thornpaw out to like see what he can do. And at one point he scents rogues, but he loses the scent. So when they get back, I didn't write down when it happened. I missed it. Cloudtail at one point is like, "Can we do something about Lost Face's name? Like, can we not have this?" And so Firestar's like, "Can we do anything?" So he goes and he ends up talking to the elders because I think his Cinderpelt was like, One Eye didn't have the name One Eye. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
So they tell him what he can do. So he turns Thornpaw into Thornclaw. That's now his name.
Pretty good.
They honor Swiftpaw. He should have been made an apprentice too. And they change Lost Face to Brightheart.
Thank God.
Yeah. So then Cloudtail is like, I want to train with Brightheart because I think she can be a warrior again. Like, she's lost like one eye and like her face is kind of mangled, but he's like, she's still, I think she can still do stuff. We just have to work around her eye. And Fireheart's like, go for it. Firestar's like, go for it. Like, if you think you can do it, go for it. So White Storm comes and says that Sorrel-Kit is awake. So we're gonna get the truth. So Sorrel-Kit tells her side of the story. She left camp, which, not really supposed to do. But she saw Darkstripe going somewhere and was like, oh, I want to go on an adventure. So she followed him and saw him meet with Blackfoot, the Shadow Clan deputy. Well, on the way back, he noticed her and realized that she saw him meeting with him. And so it was like, oh, you did so good, like following me, kind of thing. Took her to the Deathberries and was like, here, you deserve these as a treat. And fed them to her. And so that's when Greystripe, like,
walked
out of her, but yeah. So Darkstripe immediately gets banished, and he's like, whatever, like, you suck.
Darkstripe was the one that was just trying to become leader, right?
No, that was Tigerclaw. Darkstripe was like his crony.
No, when Firestar, Darkstripe was the one that just challenged Firestar for leadership,
yeah,
right?
He wasn't like challenging him to be leader, but being like, you're a kitty pet, you can't be leader.
Oh, douchebag.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he was trying to be the leader. He just did not want Firestar to be the leader.
Oh, so we just shouldn't have a leader then. Okay, cool.
So he immediately is like, I'm going right to Tigerstar. Which everyone kind of knew that. So Darkstripe's apprentice, Fernpaw, is given to Longtail to finish. Because she still needs training, and Longtail lost Swiftpaw, so Firestar gives Longtail Fernpaw. And so Firestar finally talks to Cinderpelt about the Omen. And she's got no idea what's going on either. So Firestar ends up talking with Mistyfoot from River Clan, and she's like, Shadow Clan is stationed in our camp. He's like, what? Like, Shadow Clan has their own place.
Yeah. What you talk about?
Yeah. So Firestar talks to White Storm about the gathering, and they end up only taking like a small group of cats instead of like a normal big group because they're worried about Tigerstar trying to do something while they're at the gathering. So he leaves most of them home. Tigerstar at the gathering tries to convince the clans to join into one clan. And he's like, River Clan's already agreed.
Oh my god.
It's basically like, we'll have joint leadership, but like, we'll all work together kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
Tallstar and Firestar are like, no. No, fam.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. Lightning strikes and ends the meeting before Firestar can speak. He's about to tell everyone what happened with Tigerstar. Finally. lightning strikes, like, in the clearing. Tiger Star's like, it's a sign from Star Clan, this meeting's over. And everyone
Oh my
leaves.
god.
Yeah. So, Firestar tells the clan about the gathering. And Bramblepaw, he's like, well, why wouldn't it be a good thing to be one clan? Why is it a bad thing? And so Firestar's like, it wouldn't be a bad thing to be one clan, but it's not about being one clan, it's about him having the power over everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so Bramblepaw's like, oh, okay. So Cloudtail and Brightheart show Firestar new moves that they've come up with her having one eye. Because Cats will obviously try and go to her blind side. So she's come up with all kinds of moves that confuse the heck out of them so she can still see and they can't sneak up on her. And she gets Firestar good, and he's like, wow. He's like, can you teach that to other cats in the clan too? And she's like, yeah, of course. So she's definitely becoming like back to a warrior.
Adorable.
Yeah. So Firestar sees himself as a lion in his dream. I think it's in his dream? Yeah, he just sees himself as a lion and wonders if it has to do with the prophecy, because it was like lion and tiger will meet in battle. He's like, why am I a lion? Is this... what's going on?
Yeah. Who's the lion?
Who's the lion in this situation? So Tawny Paw is really upset over how she's being treated in the clan as Tiger Star's kid. And Bramblepaw is like, we just have to prove to them that, like, we're good here. Like, you just have to work a little harder, but it's going to be fine. And she's like, I hate this. This is dumb. So Ravenpaw appears to come say his goodbyes to Blue Star. And as he appears, Gray Stripe comes to Firestar and is like, I'm worried about my kids. Like, with everything going on with Shadow Clan there, he's like, Tiger Star knows they're half clan. So I'm scared. So Ravenpaw and Firestar go with him into River Clan. They sneak into River Clan. And Tiger Star is sitting on a bone hill. It's just like a pile of bones, all like piled up. And he calls for the prisoners to be brought out, which consists of Stonefur, Featherpaw, and Stormpaw. Featherpaw and Stormpaw are his babies.
Yeah.
So Tiger Star tries to get Stonefur to kill the apprentices to prove his loyalty. He's trying to get Stonefur to murder the two. Yeah. Stonefur's like, no. So Tiger Star's like, Darkstripe, take care of him. Darkstripe almost fails in trying to kill Stonefur. Like, Darkstripe is losing. So Tiger Star's like, I roll. I've sent the wrong cat to do this, and sends in Blackfoot, and Blackfoot kills Stonefur.
Jesus Christ.
So they take the kids back to their prison. And so Ravenpaw is like, I got an idea. He's like, of how you're going to get in. Because he's like, they know you guys. If you walk up, they're going to know who you are. They don't know me. He's like, probably the only one here that might know me is Tiger Star, and he's not by the prison. So he walks up to Jagged Tooth, who's, like, guarding the prison. And he's like, yo, Tiger Star's acting for you. And he's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm from River Clan. Like, you're living here. Like, why wouldn't you know me? And basically gaslights Jagged Tooth.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, Ravenpaw. Ravenpaw.
And so he's like, you know what? Fine. Like, I'll just go Tiger Star. You aren't willing to come see him. And he turns to walk away. And Jagged Tooth is like, no, wait. It's fine. I'll go.
Amazing.
So Ravenpaw, like, pretends to sit down. And he's like, Jagged Tooth walks away. And he's like, okay, let's go. So Gray Stripe and Firestar get Mistyfoot, who's in there and, like, half dead, basically. And the two apprentices out. And they are, like, starting to run away when they realize that they've been tricked. So they start coming after him. So Shadow Clan chases him down. And a Thunder Clan patrol shows up at, like, the border. So they get, like, across. And Shadow Clan is like, they're just half-bred anyway. Like, who cares? Like, just let them go.
Oh my god.
And so they get
The
back and Tawny
worst.
Paw is missing.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
So on top of all of this, Tawny Paw's now
Mhm.
gone. And they're like,
Jesus.
great. So they search for Tawny Paw and they can't find her. So Firestar holds a little ceremony welcoming the River Clan cats of like, you're half ThunderClan. You're welcome to stay here. You kind of belong here and RiverClan, so you're gonna be treated just the same as you would. It's your home for now, or as long as it takes, kind of thing.
Shared custody.
So Mudclaw from Wind Clan shows up, and he's like, Tiger Clan is attacking.
Yeah.
The River Clan and Shadow Clan have become Tiger Clan. So Thunder Clan arrives too late. The damage is like already done. But Wind Clan and Thunder Clan agree to stand side by side until the end of Tiger Star. He basically just gave them a warning of like what would happen. Like he didn't completely decimate them, but like. So Firestar is worried about what will happen because they know they're going into war.
Yeah.
At this point. So he asked Sandstorm to come sleep with him. So he's not alone.
Ooh. Ooh.
He's like, will you come sleep with me? So they go and they meet.
Wow, wow.
You're right. So they go and they meet Tiger Clan. And they realize Tawny Paw went to Shadow Clan.
Why?
Because she felt so outcasted in Thunder Clan. And she's like, the one place she's not going to be outcasted is Shadow Clan because Tiger Star's her dad.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
She went there because she's like, I deserve to be treated like a cat, not,
Yeah.
It wasn't even like, even though she knew like what her dad had done, like it was more so that she couldn't handle being treated so poorly that.
I mean, like, fair.
I'm going to go to the one place where I know I won't be treated poorly.
Fair.
So Tiger Star is like, look, Bramblepaw, we have Tawny Paw here. Like, you should come and join us. And Bramblepaw is basically like, 2 middle fingers up. Get wrecked.
Yep.
He's like, no, I am ThunderClan. I have always been ThunderClan. I always will be. I'm staying here. And our Firestar is like, I win. You want your kid, asshole. Yeah, right? Your kid's now mine. And he chose it. I didn't even do anything about it. So more cats show up that aren't part of the clans. And Firestar's like, what is this? So Tiger Star brings out Blood Clan. And he's like, I brought them here to convince you to join. Like, they'll fight you if need be. Well, Scourge
you got a militia, basically.
Scourge is like, well, we'll see, I guess. He's kind of like, not all there with Tiger Star. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. So Firestar tells of what Tiger Star has done. And Tiger Star's like, what are you going to do about it? Like, all the clans are like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, seriously? And so Tiger Star is like, well, too bad for you. Blood Clan, attack. And Scourge is like, they don't even move. He's like, are you going to attack? And Scourge is like, I don't think so. He goes, what makes it say that you're going to turn on me like that? And so Tiger Star turns and attacks him.
Well.
And so Scourge and Tiger Star fight, and Scourge rips him open so badly. He loses all 9 lives right there.
Damn.
Like, StarClan can heal wounds and stuff, like a fatal wound they can usually heal. Yeah. He basically is taken from, like, his entire stomach has just, like, ripped it so far open. Like, they can't do surgery to put it back together. It's so bad.
Honestly, I feel like StarClan should have just been like, oh no, we can't heal you. Like, he gets like a nick, and they're like, oh no. All 9 lives. They're just gone.
Yeah. It was just, like, so bad that they couldn't have done anything even if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And so, like, every cat is sitting there being like, oh my god, and they're watching him die, come back to life, die, come back to life, die, again and again and again as he's losing all of
Good.
them. And they're
Good.
like, oh my god.
As he
What
should.
the heck? So Scourge is just sitting there and he's like, so, okay. And so he's talking to Firestar a little bit, and Firestar's like, well, I guess you're not needed now, so you guys can go home. And he's like, oh no, we're home now. You guys can leave, join us, or we're going to take it from you.
Jesus Christ.
And he's like, we'll give you 3 days to decide. And so they're all like, oh boy. And they literally just watched the leader lose 9 lives in front of them. So it's like, everyone's kind of like, oh crap.
Yep.
So Bramblepaw has a lot of questions of why Tawny Paw would go follow their dad after everything.
Mm-hmm.
And not a whole lot of answers there that you can give them. So they end up prepping for battle. With even the kits learning some fighting moves, because they're like, we're pretty sure that if they beat us out in the field, they're coming here.
Mm-hmm.
So Cinderpelt was like, I could do with some help. And Dustpelt is like, Fernpaw can help you. Dustpelt has had a major crush on Fernpaw for like a while now.
Cute.
So Fernpaw's like, okay, I can go with Cinderpelt. So Barley and Ravenpaw arrive, and Barley tells Firestar about Scourge, because Barley had some history with Scourge.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, we want to fight, because it's only a matter of time before they find the barn and kick us out. It's basically a gold mine for food.
Yeah.
So Firestar is watching the training, and Sandstorm is very clearly interested in Sorrel Kit. And so he promises Sandstorm that if they get out of everything fine, Sorrel Kit's hers.
Cute.
He's like, oh yeah. So Cloudtail and Firestar go to Princess to warn her of like, you need to keep everybody. Don't leave your gardens. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this threat to the forest. It's all these cats.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't leave your garden, basically. You're going to be safe in your garden.
Where is Cloudkit?
Cloudtail.
Cloudtail. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
He's a big boy now. He's all grown up.
I forgot. I was like, I haven't heard about him in a second. How is he? Where's he at?
He's right here.
JK. Just kidding. He's been there the whole time.
So Firestar is troubled and he talks to StarClan. And they're like, we don't actually control everything. We just are here to assist you along your journey.
Yeah.
Like, we can't tell you how this is going to go. We can't change the course of it. We can just help you through it. So Firestar goes to talk to Leopardstar and Blackfoot, who are both still in RiverClan territory for the moment. Because Blackfoot was the deputy, so now he's going to have to go get his lives. And they're kind of like wish-washy at first. And then Leopardstar is like, she realizes she made a bad decision with Firestar. She's like, but if you'll lead us in the battle, we'll fight.
Good.
And Firestar is like, sure.
He's like, I guess.
None of you like me, but yeah, sure.
Whatever, I'm only 15 minutes into this, but I guess.
Yeah, right? So, because he says he'll lead them, they agree. They're like, all right, yeah, fine. So Tawny Paw tells him why she left, which is basically how she was treated. And she's like, I understand what my dad did, but I don't want to come back because I'm treated equally here. Like, no one side-eyes me and stuff. And he's kind of like, okay. Darkstripe is once again pissy that Firestar's leading stuff. And he leaves the clans.
Bruh.
He's so pressed.
I hate him.
He leaves the clans. Like, so Leopard Star is like, we're done with this period in our life. And she starts ripping apart the Bone Hill, and other cats help her River Clan.
Oh.
They're like ripping it down.
Good.
So it's the morning of the battle. Speckletail is left in charge of the camp and to get the remaining cats to safety if anything happens.
Good.
He's like, okay. So Brightheart is told that she will become official warrior if they survive. Like, they'll... And she pretty much already is, but like, it's like, we'll do ceremony and everything. You'll be official under Star Clan if we survive. Like, you've earned it. So they get there, and Scourge is like, are you joining? And they're like, nope. He's like, oh, well, I guess you're all gonna die. So they start fighting, and they realize Darkstripe went and joined Blood Clan.
Of course he did, because he's the worst.
And Firestar's like, you have no loyalties, do you? Basically. Nope. He gets killed.
Good.
Darkstripe's dead.
Sayonara.
So White Storm ends up getting killed.
Oh.
And like, as he's dying, he's like, pick Graystripe. We all know that's who's meant to be your deputy. He's like, just do it. He's like, everyone knows, kind of thing. And so, as he's dying, Firestar belts it out, and like a couple of the cats hear it, and they'll like acknowledge that Graystripe's now deputy. And Firestar ends up dying. So he gets to Star Clan, and he kind of chats with them for a minute, and they tell him there were never 4 clans in the forest, there were always 5. Which, it's interesting because at this point in the series, it's obviously Star Clan's the 5th. They're meeting it. But once you get farther into, like, the overall world, it has a double meaning because there were actually 5 clans. And as people moved closer, the 4 clans kicked the 5th out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's like, now knowing that, it's like, that has an even greater meaning. So Firestar comes back to life, and Scourge is like, hello? What the heck just happened?
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? What? And so Firestar's like, I have 9 lives, and you don't. Basically.
Yeah.
He taunts him. And Firestar ends up killing Scourge. And Blood Clan, as they're noticing that Scourge is dead, they're like, oh crap, gotta go. And so they're starting to break away and leave.
Like 1 week into being a leader, he's already lost one of his lives.
Oh yeah.
It's not a good outcome.
I think, besides Tiger Star losing his so fast, I think Leopard Star is the one that loses them super fast.
Really?
Like, she's through this next series, but then, like, it's only, I think, partway through the 3rd or the 4th, she's gone.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She's not very long there. At all.
That's wild.
Yeah. So, battle ends, and they kind of start, separating into their clans. And Mistyfoot is like, Leopard Star came and talked to me, and she wants us to come back to River Clan, that she made a mistake. And she's like, in good faith, she's made me deputy. Because Stonefur was the deputy, her brother, and he got killed. So, as like a sign of, you know, I apologize and want you to come back, Mistyfoot is going to be deputy. And so Stormpaw and Featherpaw go with her. They're kind of like, we want to go, but bye, Dad. Thanks for the fun.
So wild. Like, these kids are just like, yeah, never mind, bye, Dad.
Yeah.
Deuces.
And he's like, I'm so proud of you. You guys are going to be the greatest warriors ever. Like, so there's no, like, hard feelings
animosity
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Blackfoot comes and he says that he's gonna go to High Stones, and Firestar basically kind of gives him a warning of be a better leader.
Mm-hmm.
Blackfoot's kind of like, yeah.
He's like having just followed Tiger Star around this entire time, but
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I think he was with Broken Star,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was with the Rogues, but he's still very. He doesn't act as much like a rogue as some of the others do.
Yeah.
So he's very still dedicated to like Star Clan and the clans and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
he already is lined up to be a better leader.
Fingers
And
crossed then.
yeah, I think he does all right from what I remember. When they end up
Mm-hmm.
having to all leave, he kind of debates on going off, taking his clan off alone, and
Mm-hmm.
eventually Firestar is able to convince them to go together.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay. So he kind of like sets Shadow Clan back on a path of like not being the evil clan of the forest, but still being like
Yeah.
rough and tumble clan of the forest.
Yeah.
So some of Wind Clan chase Blood Clan away. And they come back and they're like, oh yeah, they're like gone. We chased them away off the territory, make sure they left.
Mm-hmm.
And so they realize at the very end of how Blue Star said fire alone will save the clan kind of thing. That fire saved the clan.
Oh.
So
So
now
cute.
they're all just going to rebuild and like take care of themselves, and Firestar ended up saving not just ThunderClan but like all the clans. So
Good. The wee babies.
and that's the end of the first series. We leave it on a happily ever after.
Yeah.
They pick up the second series.
It's wild that like that was supposed to all be in one book.
Right? Like, what were you gonna do? Pull like I need 1,000 pages?
Yeah. Like I think it's a lot better just to separate all that out.
Yeah.
It would have
I
been way
feel
too
like
fast.
some of the later series they do because they
Mhm.
keep the 6-book format. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
now you're pulling straws for me. Some of this can
Yeah.
be done in like one book, and you're making it into 3.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
I don't remember which apprentice was it that just like went on that long journey to go find their new home or
they
bring
yeah
the
they had
clan back.
it was Squirrel Paw because she wouldn't
Mhm.
leave Brambleclaw alone. Because
That journey.
it was like 4 of them, one from each clan got essentially a prophecy that they needed to go.
Mhm.
And I think it was Crowpaw from Wind Clan.
Mhm.
Tawny Feather. Is that her name? Tawny Feather? I forget her name. Tawny Pelt, I think.
Mhm.
From Shadow Clan. Brambleclaw from Thunder Clan. And Feathertail? From um Water Clan. River Clan.
Mm.
Um Yeah, Feathertail. And so then Stormfur and Squirrel Paw go along too. Because
Okay.
Stormfur is
Yeah,
like, we're not letting my sister go. And when
Mhm.
they're like, oh, but you didn't get the prophecy, he's like, well, look, you're siblings. And Squirrel Paw's like,
Yeah.
I'm going too. And Brambleclaw's like, oh my god, can you get this cat away from me?
I just feel like that journey, the actual journey itself, took way too long. I remember just taking too many books or too many chapters at least.
That one I feel like actually was semi decent. It did take a long
Yeah.
time, but they like went on the
Mhm.
journey and then they went back and then they took everybody. So
Yeah.
it kind of spanned the whole, and then they kind of had to
Yeah.
divide it up. So it was like it worked out, but then like there's a couple of them where it's like, okay, everything could have been done in 3 books.
Fair.
Like I think
Fair.
Power of 3 goes into the next series. Third
Mhm.
and fourth are kind of connected, and it's like really,
Yeah, it's like come on, man.
yeah. like, oh my god.
So that's all we are going to have today. In 2 weeks, we will be discussing How to Train Your Dragon, so make sure to tune in for that. And join all our socials. We're at Novel Nostalgia Pod on Instagram. We're at Novel Nostal Pod on Twitter. So, or just go to our website, novelnostalgiapod.com.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.